Hey everyone, it is Julie here with TipRanks. Today we're taking a look at 3 favorite stocks from a 5-star analyst at Deutsche Bank. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here. Today we're taking a look at 3 recent buy ratings from a top analyst at Deutsche Bank. That is Nicole DeBlaise, who ranks in the top 5% of Wall Street analysts. Now, there are some macro headwinds that they're still expecting in 2024, but they're picking some stocks that they believe could still outperform. In choosing these stocks, they're looking at several factors, including secular growth potential, self-help margin improvement opportunity, significant upside to the consensus earnings per share, and extremely discounted valuations. So today we're going to take a quick look at 3 stocks that Nicole has recently given a buy rating, her reasoning behind those ratings, and of course how the rest of Wall Street weighs in. You can follow along over on the TipRanks website or by downloading the TipRanks mobile app with the links in the description down below. Now let's get right into these 3 stocks. First up, we're taking a look at CNH Industrial. Their stock trades under the ticker CNHI, currently priced just above $11 per share, and the stock is in the red for this past year, down 29% and 19% in the last few months, though it has seen a couple jumps up here this past week. They do currently score a 9 out of 10 on the TipRanks Smart Score with increased hedge fund activity. CNH Industrial is in the market of agricultural and construction machinery and equipment. They own more than 10 well-known brand names, including Case Construction Equipment, New Holland, and Stair, and can trace their roots back to 1842. They have a strong reputation with working farmers, both large and small scale, for providing quality tractors and other specialized machinery. As you saw on their stock chart, they have been facing some challenges this past year, and near the start of November, they came out with their Q3 report that did miss on both earnings and revenue estimates. For their third quarter, they reported revenue of $5.99 billion, which did fall a bit short of estimates, and earnings per share of 42 cents came in 1 cent shy of expectations. The company did note that they had improved margins despite some softening demand in certain markets. Despite that latest quarterly miss, our 5-star analyst Nicole DeBlaise did recently reiterate her buy rating just a few days ago, saying that the company has a solid position relative to peers. She said, "While we are generally avoiding equipment market exposure at the moment, given the cycle is only just beginning to roll over, we think CNHI brings a unique value proposition through its self-help margin initiatives. We think the company will be able to at least hold margins and earnings flattish year over year, which will make them stand out versus their peers. Moreover, the stock trades at a sharp discount to past pre-egg downturn multiples." Her buy rating comes with a price target of $18 per share, which would be an upside potential of 62% from current prices. But analyst opinions are a bit divided, as the ratings are torn between buys and holds. Coming in as a moderate buy, the average price target of nearly $16 would still be an impressive upside of over 44%. Down below, we can see Nicole's rating here. It is not actually the high-end price target. We have another here at $25, which would be an upside of 126%, and a low-end price target with our hold rating here and a downside of 9%. The second stock she has recently weighed in on is Paccar. Trading under the ticker PCAR, they currently trade at $94 per share. And unlike our first stock, they have seen some notable growth this past year, currently up 41%, including 25% in just the last 6 months. Their stock scores an 8 out of 10 on the TipRanks Smart Score. Paccar is a major producer of heavy-duty trucks. They own big names like Kenworth, Peterbilt, and DAF. The first 2 lines are known as the high-end in big rig quality and are found all across highways in North America, while DAF vehicles are common on Europe's roads. Paccar has a line of light, medium, and heavy-duty trucks under each of these nameplates, and also designs and builds the advanced diesel engines and drivetrains needed to power the vehicles. They reported a solid third quarter on October 24th, where they had an earnings beat and saw their earnings per share grow by some 60% year over year. For their third quarter, they reported revenue of $8.71 billion, well ahead of the $8.15 billion anticipated, and earnings per share of $2.34 came in ahead of the $2.13 expected. The company achieved record net income for their third quarter. Our Deutsche Bank analyst did not always have a buy rating on the Paccar stock. They actually just upgraded their rating back in October and recently reiterated that buy. Nicole DeBlaise noted that they recently upgraded Paccar to a buy as they believe that the 2024 consensus forecasts are still too low. They think that Paccar tends to execute very well during downturns with low 15 to 20% decremental margins, and the balance sheet is in pristine condition, allowing the company to continue returning significant excess cash to shareholders. She gives the stock a price target of $115, which would be an implied upside of 21% from current prices. But once again, we do have some mixed opinions on the stock. Paccar comes in as a moderate buy with 4 buy ratings, 4 holds, and 1 sell. The average price target comes in at $96, which would be a slight upside of 2%. And we have a wide range of price targets here. On the high end, we do have Nicole here with her price target and 21% upside, and another analyst from Jefferies with the same. And then on the low end, we do have our sell rating from Wolfe Research with a downside of 15%. And for our third stock today, we actually have a dividend king with Johnson Controls. Their stock trades under the ticker JCI, currently priced at $55 per share. Overall, the past year, they are in the red, down about 15% after taking a big drop off here at the start of the summer, but they've been starting to recover here slightly in the last few months and moving into the green. They do currently score a 9 out of 10 on the TipRanks Smart Score with over 4 million shares of increased hedge fund activity. And as I mentioned, they are a dividend king. They've been paying out a dividend since 1887. Their current quarterly dividend is 37 cents per share for a dividend yield of 2.69%. Johnson Controls is a long-standing name in the HVAC industry. They offer solutions to building owners and facility managers for indoor climate control issues, such matters as building automation and controls, fire prevention and suppression, industrial refrigeration and energy efficiency, as well as the more traditional HVAC systems. Their most recent quarterly report came out in August, and they did have mixed results where they slightly missed on revenue but met expectations for earnings. But we don't have to wait much longer for the next round as it's coming out next week on December 12th. For their fourth quarter, analysts will be anticipating earnings per share of $1.10, which would be an increase year over year. This follows their third quarter, where they saw sales grow 8% year over year, and they had a record backlog of $12 billion. With her recent buy rating, our 5-star analyst Nicole did note that the decline in price this year could present a good entry point. She said that this is not a stock for the faint of heart, and we view it as more of a high-risk, high-reward option. JCI is among the cheapest names in our coverage universe following 2 years of patchy operational execution, but we remain attracted to the company's secular growth opportunity and self-help margin initiatives. If execution gets back on track, the stock could benefit from the winning combination of earnings per share upside and a multiple re-rating. She gives the stock a price target of $74, which would be an upside potential of 34% from current prices. And we don't have as many mixed opinions on this stock. In fact, I think a few agree with her. With 11 current ratings, the moderate buy comes from 8 buys and 3 holds, with an average price target of nearly $69, which would be an upside potential of over 24%. Down below, we have Nicole's price target here with that upside of 34%, and there's several analysts in that mid-30s range, all of them pretty much in the double-digit upside here, besides a low-end hold rating with an upside of 5% and a high-end price target from Goldman Sachs with an upside of 45%. So that is a quick look at 3 stocks, all coming in with recent buy ratings from a 5-star analyst at Deutsche Bank. Of course, the outlook on some of these is a bit mixed, so I'd love to hear from you guys and what stock catches your eyes and what analyst do you maybe agree or disagree with. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, please keep in mind these videos are never a suggestion to buy or sell any specific stock, so make sure you're always doing your own research and due diligence and stick with your own investment plan. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you back here next time.